Welcome back to Ostranauts with me, Agent Lonergan, and Brady McHaxall in our stolen police cruiser. Okay, so we are by K-Leg ATC-1. Currently heading northwesterly. Where do I want to be then? Okay. So where's K-Leg from here? They're navs. So is that K-Leg where it says good time zone? Yeah, there's K-Leg, but I don't think we can see ships because we're too far away for our nav to actually pick stuff up properly. So let's give it some forward thrust. Oh no, wrong one. Helps if I actually have it on stuff. There we go. VRAIL's at 238. Okay, now that we're on our way there, let's have a look at different things. What is that on the floor? Oh, that's the transponder. Okay. Can we have a look at the control panel? Yes, we can. Looks like we can't open it though. Okay. But we can turn it off and turn it back on again. And turn it off and turn it back on again. So that works. Inventory. Okay. See, ideally, I'd want to take all these lights off because they're burning power. So let's take... How interesting. There's no actual cable there by the looks of it. So how is that wired up if there's no cable? Because there's no cabling. Huh. That's weird. Because when you look at the power paths... Or have I got something so I can't see the cables? That might be it. Placeholders? No. Tasks? Well, what task we want? Ceiling. Ah, there we are. Ceiling. That's what was missing. Okay. Well, let's disconnect that conduit. I'm just trying to save a bit of power on the ship. It's like these things, the coolers can be turned off because I don't really bother with them much. So that can be turned off, the cooler. And turn you off. Just trying to conserve energy a little bit. It's still powered. How is that still powered? Let's take out that conduit then. There we go. Right, so that's fine. And then those ones go that way. So I would need to take that piece of wire off there. Can't do it from there. What about if we walk over here? Can we do one from this side? If I uninstall, because that goes all the way around there. But does it all sort of circle round? It does not. But if I put some cable across there, it will circle round. And then I can take the lights off and just turn the lights off, sorry. By disconnecting that conduit. Yeah, that sort of works. Yeah. We've got a wall there, and there is a wall there. So we could take out this piece of wall. No, the piece of wall. There we are, uninstall. Take that one out. I'll put that as an order. Put him on auto task. There we go. Right, let's see how he gets on. Yeah, that's it. And then they're still powered and that's still powered. That's interesting. Ah, because you've got the bridge there, that's why. So I don't need another bridge down here. But it wouldn't hurt to put a bridge in, because then it would match up with the other side, and I'd feel better about that. So let's install power cable. 1, 2. There we go. Awesome. So after you've done that, you will come down here and do the other part. And whilst you do that, I will look at other things that can be switched off, like that light. Why have you put your helmet on? Is there no oxygen or something? Yeah, there is oxygen. That's strange. Is it because this door's shut? That could be what it is. Possibly. And we've got a heater there that we can have a look at. Turn that off. Put you back on auto task. There we go. I don't think the battery will do much because, well, the battery charger, because there is nothing being charged, I don't think. This is where I'll have a look at it and find that there's actually batteries in there. So we'll have a look at that in a little while. Go. Right, so have a look at the inventory there. And there are batteries in there that are all at 100%. Lovely jubbly. So I may as well put these ones in there as well then. Get those ones charging up. What else? What's in the fridge? I don't think we looked in the fridge, did we? Nothing in the fridge. Coffee machine. Whole lot of coffee. Okay, that's good to know. Right, so let's see where we are now on the map. How is my RCS so low? I don't understand that. That's strange. Alright, so I've shut those off. So technically I shouldn't be using any more RCS stuff. Power reserves are going down as well. This doesn't look good really. Maybe I should have just stayed with my smaller ship and just bolted on bits to that. Right, so we've got plenty of oxygen. So if I do it for 2 hours, I think we should be alright. I'm no longer experiencing a caffeine high, and I'm no longer crashing after a caffeine high. Okay, great. So where does this put us now? Whoa, okay. That's pretty good. We're a lot better off now. Well, okay then. We seem to be on a fairly good heading, I think. Yeah, we seem to be on this orange line, so maybe this would be a good place to stop. That is 344. So are these empty? Yeah, we've got like one can. Okay. I've got a spare there. Fantastic. I'm sort of wondering if there was less RCS than what I thought. Right, so let's uninstall that. Let's put some orders in to uninstall the cans. I'm going to dump the ones that are empty, just so as they're not taking up space. And then install HVAC, N2 canisters, 1, 2, 3. Auto task is fine. So away you go. There we go. Awesome sausage. Right. See, I think the problem I'm going to have is I reckon the police cruiser that I'm in is still bugged with the airlock. So I want to dock with this, but then I want to try to undock. Well, I'm going to dock, save my game on a separate save, and then try and undock and see if it's still sort of weird. If it's still weird, then I'm going to go back to a previous save where I've got my smaller ship and try and figure it out from there. Which will be a shame, but never mind. Whoa. I should have turned that alarm off, but never mind. On a good track anyway. Come on. Gotcha. Okay, an E00 medium. Oh, it's down the other way, isn't it? Ugh. And it is complete garbage. Okay. It is complete garbage. We've got some O2 tanks. So they're not too bad. It would be worth getting those, I suppose. Even though there's like little bits of oxygen on them, I could still use them as like emergency backup. But before I do any of that, I'm going to now test it to see if I can undock. Yeah, looks like we can. Okay, so that's not a problem. Awesome. So I can reload now and just get back to what I was doing. Okay. Guess it's time to switch to my EVA suit. Yay! And let's go get a battery. Do I have a helmet? Where's the helmet? Is that in the box? It is not in the box. Is it in that toolbox? Is it in this toolbox? It is in that toolbox. There we are. It's only at 63% condition, but it should still work. I will drop the bags, I think, because it's just extra weight. I think it's just going to weigh me down. So we can do that and drop that there. Awesome. And pick up a battery, sorry. Not a helmet, a battery. They're almost charged, but we'll take one of our fancy new 100% charged ones. Yay! Spacesuit stuff. Awesome. Right. And I basically just want to uninstall the canisters. That's all I want. Uninstall. Put you on auto task. And there's a whole ton there, isn't there? There they are. Here he comes. Here comes the McHacksaw. I'm pretty sure that's it. I can't really see much else. I mean, there's a lot of scrappy bits, but I'm not really interested in the scrappy bits. So let's get him rocking and rolling. And then loose. Haul. Canisters. There we are. All that one, and all of them. And all of them. There we go. What do you mean low pressure alert? Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, okay, that's understandable. Okay, so that's the last one. And that can stay closed, that can stay closed. See, ideally, I need to keep this one closed. And then put air vents in here so as the air can just pass through. And keep that door closed. Oh, the other good thing about the N2 cans as well, in a pinch you can actually use the O2 cans on the N2 outtakes. I keep forgetting about that. What was in that bin? Oh! What's that? An atmospheric scrubber. Oh! Another O2 bottle. Sweet. And a full battery. Nice! I didn't know that was in there. Awesome. So we've got another O2 tank, which is great. Yeah, so I need some vents, I think. Or these turbo pumps. Because they're pumping stuff straight across. Or even just O2 pump would do. Because then I could get the O2 pump and put it across like where this one is, say on the door. The door actually counts as wall for pumps. But then I'd have to remove either the heater or the battery charger, but the battery charger can stay there and the heater can get moved or uninstalled, and then an air pump can go there, and then another air pump can go there, so mainly this area stays oxygenated at all times. And then air pump it around there as well. So I think that'll be another thing for me to do, is check air pumps. How are we for battery power? We are lots of charge. Okay. 1 hour 17 for that, but we've still got a whole lot of charge. I sort of wonder if it's doing like one bit of battery at a time. Or slowly winding down. Okay, so let's undock and look for another scrap. I did check that this worked, so we should be able to undock, because I was able to undock before reloading and testing it and stuff. So, undock please. Yes, see, there we go. And our range is getting higher, and the circle's getting small, and there it goes. And the circle's gone. So where to now? And that would be the obvious choice. So I'd have to just spin round slightly. And give it a bit of whirly. There we go. Current target is 64 kilometers away. I'll just speed it up and get us there a bit quicker. I'm not coming in too fast. I think I'm literally on the cusp of being too fast. I think 100 VRLs is sort of like the maximum speed you really want to be going if you want to dock. But you can go faster than that for like clearing distance and stuff. No, we're not having that this time. Shush. There we are. Let's slow it down a little bit. Ooh, lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. A D1E Series Max called Hidden Fusion. What have we got? We've got, one of these ones. I like to call the Stretched Millennium Falcon, because that's what it sort of reminds me of. I can't see any lights of people, like suits or anything like that, so I think we're okay. Let's put it to damage so we can see what we are dealing with here. Okay. Oh, there's another battery on the floor. Is that a cutlass? It is a cutlass. Okay, so there's a cutlass on the floor. There is a turbo air pump there. We've got cases. Lovely. We've got an air pump there that I can put on my ship. Or should I just take this ship? Because at least then I can flip the image back around. Because I don't like being upside down. It's really annoying. I'd like to be facing this way up. So we could take this ship. I mean, it's not that bad, I don't think. Plus we've got the thrusters here, so I think that's what we'll do. I'm going to start taking apart the police cruiser. I know it's nice, and I know it's neat and smart and already built and everything's there, but there's something to be said for scrap aesthetics, you know? I feel better if I had like a scrappy ship. So yeah, I think we'll do that. Yeah. I know this has been a short episode, but I'm going to leave it here. And then when we come back, we're going to do something with this. Yeah, we'll do something with this. We'll get rid of the shiny police cruiser thing with its blue and red lights, and and fancy toilet and sink that I'm going to take out. Might even try and steal the transponder. I don't think it'll work, but you never know. But I can still strip everything out and put it on this ship, so, you know, I'm sort of losing stuff. I think the only thing I'm going to lose is the coffee machine. Because I could take the fridge. Yeah, and the coffee machine is full of coffee, but I'm going to take the coffee. There's no way I'm leaving the coffee behind. Just no way. Yeah. Oh, and the antennas. Yeah, we're taking the antennas because they're nice antennas. Yeah. So, I will leave it there then and say thank you very much for watching. If you've liked, subscribed, left a comment, or done all three, thank you. It's all appreciated, and you know I'll reply to you as soon as I can. I'd also just like to take the time to say thank you to all the current subscribers, all 408 of you. Thank you very much for putting up with me and watching my videos. Anyway, until next time, take care of yourself, have a great day, and I'll see you on the flip side for another Ostranauts with me, Agent Lonergan, and Brady McAxel.